Связано просто колесо на поезде Yalvaç Yavaş Paş. Sharon Kavanda to do select city rated in 8, which is the Sierras Mountains, as well as plotline who was supposed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50:32, but there is a lady along the adoption glory of the adoption glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of God, and the promises according to the book of Romans chapter 1 verse 4. Ecclesiastes 10:7, I seen servants upon horses and princes as servants upon the earth, KJV 16:11 to 24. And he said unto Moses, Come up unto the Lord, and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice, and said all the words which the Lord had said we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and built an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people, and they said all that the Lord had said we will do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold the blood of the covenant which the Lord had made with you concerning all these words. Then went up Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. They saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw God, and did eat and drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, and the law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses was up, and his minister Joshua. And Moses went up into the mount of God, and he said unto the elders, Tarry ye here for us, until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them. And Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount, and the glory of the Lord abode upon the mount, upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud, and gave him up into the mount. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. I hope you can understand clear what I'm reading. I mean, it should help that I read a little bit faster, but very clear, hopefully. Maybe more clear than other times. I don't know. I hope so. 25, okay. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring me an offering of every man that giveth it willingly with his heart. He shall take my offering, and this is the offering that he shall take of them: gold and silver and pearls and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen, and goat's hair and rams' skins dyed red, and badger skins and shittim wood, oil for the light, spices for anointing oil, and for sweet incense, onyx stones and stones to be set in the ephod and in the breastplate, and let them make a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I shew thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it. And they shall make an ark of shittim wood, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the width thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make upon it a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt cast 4 wings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof, and 2 wings shall be in the one side of it, and 2 wings on the other side of it. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put the staves into the wings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. The staves shall be in the wings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold of beaten work, shall thou make them in the 2 ends of the mercy seat, and make 1 cherub on the one hand end, and the other cherub on the other end. Even of the mercy seat, you shall make the cherubims on the two ends thereof, and the cherubims shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look on the one to another. Toward the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubims be, and thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee, and there will I meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the two cherubims, which are upon the ark of the testimony of all things, which I will give thee commandment unto the children of Israel. Thou shalt also make a table of shittim wood. 2 cubits shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt lay it with pure gold, and make thereto a crown of gold round about, and thou shalt make unto it a border of an hand breadth round about, and thou shalt make a golden crown to the border thereof round about, and thou shalt make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in the 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border shall the rings be 4 places of the staves to bear the table, and thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and the table may be borne with them. Gold would be too heavy otherwise, and thou shalt pure gold in the inside also, and thou shalt make dishes thereof, and spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, to cover with all of pure gold shall make them. And thou shalt set upon the table shewbread before me alway, and thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold of beaten work. Shall the candlestick be made, his shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knobs, and his flowers shall be of the same. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 2 branches of the candlestick out of the other side. 3 bowls made like unto almonds, with a knob and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like almonds in the other branch, with a knob and a flower. So in the 6 branches that come out of the candlestick, and in the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds, with the knobs and their flowers, and there shall be a knob under the 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick. Their knobs and their branches shall be of the same, and it shall be one beaten work of pure gold. And thou shalt make these 7 lamps thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, that they may give light over against it. And the tongues thereof and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold shall you make it with all these vessels. And look that thou make them after their pattern, which was shewed thee on the mount, in the mount. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine, chapter 26, twined linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work shall thou make them. The length of one certain shall be 8 and 20 cubits, and the breadth of the certain curtain 4 cubits. And every one of the curtains shall have one measure. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together on to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled to one to another. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of the one certain from the selvage and the coupling, and likewise shall thou make in the outermost edge of any curtain the coupling of the second. 50 loops shall thou make in the one certain, and 50 loops shall thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold of one another. And thou shalt make 50 taches of gold, and couple the curtains together with the taches, and it shall be one tabernacle. And thou shalt make curtains of goat's hair to be covering upon the tabernacle, even curtains that shall thou make. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain shall be 4 cubits, and the 11 curtains shall be all of one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and thou shalt double the 6th curtain in the forefront of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which coupled the second. And thou shalt make 50 teachers of brass, and put the taches into the loops, and couple the tent together, that it may be one. And the remnant that remained of the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that remained, shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle, and a cubit on the one side, and a cubit on the other side of that which remained in the length of the curtains of the tent. It shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle, and on this side and on that side to cover it, and thou shalt make a covering for the tent of rams skins dyed and a covering above hedges skins. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood, staying up 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and a cubit and a half shall be the breadth of one board. 2 tenons shall there be in one board, set in order one against another. Thus shall thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle, and thou shalt make the boards of the tabernacle 20 boards on the southward, and thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under the board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets on another board for the 2 tenons. And for the second side of the tabernacle on the north side there shall be 20 boards, and therefore 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward thou shalt make 6 boards, and 2 boards shalt thou make for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides, and they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it on to one wing. Thus shall it be for them both. They shall be for the 2 corners, and there shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board. And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars on the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westwards. And the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from end to end, and thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make their wings of gold for places for the bars, and thou shalt overlay the bars with gold. And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof, which was shewed thee in the mount. And thou shalt make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of cunning work of cherubims shall it be made. And thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood overlaid with gold. The hooks shall be of gold upon the 4 sockets of silver. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the hedges, that thou mayest bring it thither within the veil of the ark of the testimony. And the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most holy. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south. And thou shalt put the table on the north side. And thou shalt make an hanging for the door of the tent of blue, of purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen work with needlework. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and their hooks shall be of gold. And thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them. Chapter 12 and 7. And thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood 4 cubits long and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horn shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. And thou shalt make it his pans to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basins, and his flesh hooks, and his fire pans, and the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass. And thou shalt make it for it, and thou shalt make for it a grate of network of brass, and upon the net shalt thou make 4 brazen wings in the 4 corners thereof. And thou shalt put it under the compass of the altar beneath, that the net may be even to the midst of the altar. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with brass. And the staves shall be put into the wings, and the staves shall be upon the 2 sides of the altar to be aired hollow with boards. Shall thou make it as it was shewed thee in the mount, so shall they make it. And thou shalt make it the cord of the tabernacle for the south side southward. There shall be hangings for the cord of fine twined linen of 100 cubits long for one side, and the 20 pillars thereof, and their 20 sockets shall be of brass. The hooks of the pillars and all their fillets shall be of silver. And likewise for the north side in length there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long and 20 pillars, and their 20 sockets of brass. The hooks of the silver of the pillars, and their fillets of silver. And for the beat of the cord on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, the pillars 10, and their sockets 10. And the beat of the cord on the east side eastward shall be 50 cubits. The hangings of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, the pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And on the other side there shall be hangings 15 cubits, the pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the gate of the court shall be hanging of 20 cubits. and hanging for 20 cubits of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen work with needlework, and their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets 4. All the pillars round about the court shall be filled with silver, their hooks shall be of silver, and their sockets of brass. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the width 50 everywhere, and the height 5 cubits of fine twined linen, and the sockets of brass. All the vessels of the tabernacle and all the service thereof, and the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court shall be of brass. And thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring the pure oil, olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always in the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony. Aaron and his sons shall that from evening to morning before the Lord, it shall be a statute forever unto the generations on the behalf of the children of Israel. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and beauty. And they shall speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garments to consider him, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a mitre, and a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen. Yeah, craftsmanship is today really scoffed at. They treat it as such. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine linen with cunning work, but not everywhere. Okay, just in certain countries more and certain countries less. Okay, in certain countries you get what you really do. And fine twined linen with cunning work, it shall have the 2 shoulder pieces for the most case. Thereof joined at the 2 edges thereof, and so shall be joined together. And the curious girdle of, or where you good at basically, the ephod which is upon it shall be of the same, according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and of purple, scarlet, twined linen. And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, engrave them, one of my favorite stones, engrave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of the names on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest of the other stone, according to the birth, with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet. Shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in arches of gold, and thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod, 4 stones of memorial unto the children of Israel, and one shall bear the names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make arches of gold, 2 chains of pure gold at the ends of wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains in the 2 arches. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work after the work of the ephod. Thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of twined linen. Thou shalt make it 4 square. It shall be being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set it in it settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first shall be a sardius, a topaz, a carbuncle. This shall be the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. The third shall row a ligure, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. And they shall be set in gold. The enclosings, and the stones shall be with the names of children of Israel, 12 according to the names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. No, we don't have 12 tribes according to Christians. There's nothing called 12 tribes, or nothing at all. Okay? Which is completely absurd. But thou make upon the breastplate chains of the ends of wheaten work of pure gold, and thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the ends on the 2 ends of the breastplate, and thou shalt put the 2 wheaten chains of gold in 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate, and the other 2 ends of the 2 wheaten chains shalt thou fasten into 2 arches, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold And I shall put them upon the two ends of the breastplate in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward, and the two other rings of gold shall I make, and shall put them on the two sides of the ephod underneath toward the forecourt thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And I shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod, with a lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth into the holy place, for memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart, when he goeth before the Lord. Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually, and thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all of blue, and there shall be an hole in the top of it, in the midst thereof. It shall have a binding of woven work around about the whole of it, as it were the whole of an habergeon, that it be not rent, and beneath upon the hem of it thou shalt make pomegranates of blue and of purple and of scarlet round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about a golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate upon them, and of the robe round about, and it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goeth into the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and grave upon it, like the engravings of a signet, holiness to the Lord. And thou shalt put it on a blue place, and that it may be upon the mitre, upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be, and it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may hear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts, and it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the coat of the fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of middlework. And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles, and bonnets shalt thou make for them for glory and for beauty, and thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother and his sons with him, and shall anoint them and consecrate them and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness from the loins even unto the tights they shall reach. They shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity, and it shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after, whoever that may be. That thou shalt do unto them to hallow them to minister unto me in the priest's office. Take one young bullock and 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread, and cakes, unleavened, tempered with oil, and wafers unleavened, anointed with oil. Of wheaten flour shall thou make them, and thou shalt put them into one basket, and bring them into the basket with the bullock and the 2 rams, and Aaron and his sons shall thou bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, with water. And thou shalt make the garments, and put upon Aaron the coat and the robe of the ephod, and the ephod and the breastplate, and gird them with the girdles of with the curious girdle of the ephod. And thou shalt put the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil, and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And thou shalt bring his sons, and put coats upon them. And thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them. And the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons. And thou shalt cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock, and thou shalt kill the bullock before the Lord by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And thou shalt take of the blood of the bullock and put it upon the horns of the altar with thy finger, and pour all the blood beside the bottom of the altar. And thou shalt take all the fat that covered the inwards, and the caul that is above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. But the flesh of the bullock, and the skin, and the stomach shall thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also take one ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram, and thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about upon the altar, and thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him and his legs, and put them onto his pieces, and onto his head, and thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Lord, his sweet savour, and offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. Then thou shalt kill the ram, and take off his blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons, and upon the tip of the right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And thou shalt take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him. And he shall be hallowed in his garments, and his sons' garments with him. Also thou shalt take of the ram, and the fat, and the rump, and the fat that covered the inwards, and the caul above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration, and one loaf of bread, and one cake of oiled bread, and one wafer out of the basket of the unleavened bread that is before the Lord. And thou shalt put all the hands, put all in the hands of Aaron and in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for a sweet savour before the Lord. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the priest of the ram of Aaron's consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thy part. And thou shalt sanctify the priest of the wave offering, and the shoulder of the half offering which is waved, and which is heft up of the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons by a statute forever from the children of Israel, for it is an half offering, and it shall be an half offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifice of the peace offerings, even their half offering unto the Lord. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him, to be anointed therein, and to be consecrated in them. And that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days when he covered into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. And thou shalt take the ram of the consecration, and seethe his flesh in the holy place, and Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram, and the brood that is in the basket by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And they shall eat those things wherewith the atonement was made, to consecrate and to sanctify them, but a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught of the flesh of the consecrations or of the breed remain until morning, then shall thou burn the remainder with fire, and it shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thus shalt thou do unto Aaron and his sons according to all things which I have commanded thee. 7 days shalt thou consecrate them. And thou shalt offer every day a bullock for a sin offering for atonement, and thou shalt cleanse the altar when thou hast made an atonement for it. And thou shalt anoint it, be sanctified. 7 days shalt thou make an atonement for the altar, and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Whatsoever touch the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar: 2 lambs of thy first year, day by day, continually. The one lamb shall offer in the morning, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at even. And with the one lamb and the 10th other lamb thou shalt offer at even, and with the one lamb a 10th deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of an hin of beaten oil, and the 4th part of an hin of wine for a drink offering. And the other lamb thou shalt offer at even, and shall do thereto according to the meat offering of the morning. And according to the drink offering thereof for a sweet savour, and offering made by fire unto the Lord. This shall be continual burnt offering throughout the generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord where I will meet you to speak there unto thee. And there I will meet thee, and there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory, and I will sanctify the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar. I will sanctify also both Aaron and his sons to minister to me in the priest's office, and I will dwell among the children of Israel, and I will be their God, and they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them, and I am the Lord their God. Yeah, those onions. Those onions in Egypt. Yeah, which spiritual today, okay? Dirty, and thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon, and shittim wood shall thou make it. A cubit shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof. Foursquare shall it be, and 2 cubits shall be the height thereof. The horns thereof shall be of the same. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, the top thereof and the sides thereof round about, and the horns thereof, and thou shalt make unto it a crown of gold round about. And 2 golden rings thou make to it, shall thou make to it under the crown of it, by the 2 corners thereof. Upon the 2 sides of it shall thou make it, and they shall be for places for the staves to bear it withal. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put it before the veil that is by the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is over the testimony. I will meet with thee. And Aaron shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning when he dressed the lamps. He shall burn incense upon it, and when Aaron lighted up the lamps, lighted the lamps at even, okay, he shall burn incense upon it. It's perpetual incense before the Lord throughout the generations. You shall offer no strange incense thereon, no burnt offering, nor meat offering, nor shall you put your drink offering thereon. And Aaron shall make an atonement upon the horns of it once in a year with the blood of the sin offering of atonements. Once in the year shall you make atonement upon it throughout the generations. It is most holy unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, When thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after the number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul unto the Lord when thou numberest them, that there be no plague among them when thou numberest them. This they shall give every one that passeth among them that are numbered half a shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary. A shekel is 20 gerahs, and half shekel shall be the offering of the Lord. Every one that passeth among them that are numbered for 20 years old and above shall give an offering unto the Lord. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than a half shekel when they give an offering unto the Lord to make an atonement for your souls. And thou shalt take the atonement money of the children of Israel, and shall appoint it for the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, that it may be a memorial unto the children of Israel before the Lord, and take an atonement for your souls. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Thou shalt make a laver of brass, and his foot also of brass, to wash withal, and thou shalt put it between the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, and thou shalt put water therein, for Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet thereat. When they go into the tabernacle of the congregation, they shall wash with water, that they die not, or when they come near to the altar to minister to burn offering made by fire unto the Lord, so they shall wash their hands and their feet, that they die not, and it shall be a statute forever to them, even to him that to his seed throughout their generations. Moreover, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take thou also unto the principal spices of pur myrrh 500 shekels, and of sweet cinnamon half so much. Even 250 shekels, and of sweet calamus 250 shekels, and of cassia 500 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, and of oil, olive, and hin. And thou shalt make it an oil of holy ointment, an ointment compound after the art of the apothecary. Interesting. Yeah, apothecary. It shall be an holy anointing oil. And thou shalt anoint the tabernacle of the... Yeah, which I also go to the apothecary sometimes. Nothing bad about it, too much, and thou shalt anoint the tabernacle of the congregation therewith, with the ark of the testimony and the table and all his vessels, and the candlestick and his vessels, and the altar of incense and the altar of burnt offering with all his vessels, and the laver and his foot, and thou shalt sanctify them that they may be most holy. Yeah, too much leather is, I believe, not healthy, but maybe you want to study that on your own. Maybe it was leather or was something else, I don't know. And touch them shall be holy, and thou shalt anoint Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. Thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, This shall be an holy anointing oil unto me throughout your generations. Upon man's flesh shall it not be poured, neither shall you make any other like it after the composition of it. Chapter 30. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon. Of shittim wood shalt thou make it, and a cubit the breadth thereof, foursquare shall it be, and 2 cubits shall be the height thereof. The horns thereof shall be of the same. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, the top thereof, and the sides thereof round about, and the horns thereof, and thou shalt make unto it a crown of gold round about, and 2 golden rings shall thou make to it under the crown of it by the 2 corners thereof. Upon the 2 sides of it shall thou make it, and there shall be 4 places for the staves to bear it withal. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and thou shalt put it before the veil that is by the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is over the testimony, where I will meet with thee. And Aaron shall burn their own sweet incense every morning when he dressed the lamps. He shall burn incense upon it. And when Aaron lighted the lamps at even, he shall burn incense upon it, precious incense before the Lord throughout your generations. You shall offer no strange incense thereon, nor burn sacrifice, nor meat offering, neither shall you pour drink offering thereon. And thou shalt make an atonement upon the horns of it once in a year with the blood of the sin offering of atonements. Once in a year shall he make atonement upon it throughout the generation. It is most holy. Okay, unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, When thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul unto the Lord when thou numberest them, that there be no plague among them when thou numberest them. This they shall give every one that passeth among them that are numbered half a shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary, a shekel is to thresh. Half shekel shall be the offering of the Lord. Every one that passed among that are numbered from 20 years old and above shall give an offering unto the Lord. The poor shall not give less than half shekel when they give an offering unto the Lord, to make an atonement for your souls. And thou shalt take the atonement money of the children of Israel, which are appointed for the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, that it may be a memorial to the children of Israel before the Lord, to make an atonement for your souls. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Thou shalt also make a veil of brass, and the foot also of brass, to wash withal, and thou shalt put it between the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar. And thou shalt put oil therein for Aaron, and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet dead. When they go into the tabernacle of the congregation, they shall wash with water, that they die not, nor or when they come near to the altar to minister the burnt offering made by fire unto the Lord. So they shall wash their hands and their feet, that they die not, and it shall be a statute forever to them, even to him and his seed throughout the generations. Moreover, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take thou also unto thee principal spices of pure myrrh, Myrrh, so like 500 shekels, end of sweet cinnamon, half so much, even 250 shekels, end of sweet kalmus, 250 shekels, end of cassia, 500 shekels, or cassia, I don't know, after the shekel of the sanctuary, end of oil, olive, and him. And thou shalt make it an oil of holy ointment, and ointment compound after the order of the apothecary. It shall be an holy anointing oil, and thou shalt anoint the tabernacle of the congregation therewith, and the ark of the testimony, and the table, and all his vessels, and the candlestick, and his vessels, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering with all his vessels, and the leather, and his wood, and thou shalt sanctify them that they may be most holy. Whatsoever touch them shall be holy, and thou shalt anoint Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they minister unto me in the priest's office, and thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, this shall be an holy anointing oil unto me throughout the generations upon man's flesh shall it not be poured, neither shall you make any other like it after the composition of it. It is holy, and shall be holy unto you. Whosoever compounded any like it, or whosoever put any of it upon a stranger shall even be cut off from his people. And the Lord said unto Moses, take unto thee sweet spices, stacte, and onycha, onyche, onycha, onyche, onycha, and galbanum. I don't even know what this is, but I just take a screenshot. These sweet spices were pure frankincense, of each shall there be a like wage, and thou shalt make it perfume. Okay, a lot of Asian spices or plants, I don't know. Yeah, physical things, okay, might not be there anymore. And thou shalt make it a perfume, a confection after the art of the apothecary. Yeah, like perfume is not bad, but you have, people using perfume, but, they eat a lot of mess, okay, and then they smell like that. And thou shalt beat some of it very small, and put of it before the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation, where I will meet with thee. It shall be unto you most holy. And as for the perfume which thou shalt make, you shall not make yourselves according to the composition of. It shall be unto thee holy for the Lord. Whosoever shall make like unto that to smell thereto shall even be cut off from his people. Yeah, which, trust me, there is a difference if you eat meat and if you eat, for example, swine, pig, pork, however you want to call it. Maybe some people don't care, and that's okay, but trust me, it's good to reflect, but I'm not somebody different than you. Basically, I myself, before the truth, I was eating pork, swine, pig, okay, whatever you want to call it, or that's not even the baddest thing. I believe there are some things, like that are on that level, but the pork might be on a different level. I think pork is extreme. I wasn't looking into the phytotoxic index. I still know what it's called. The phytotoxic index, for those people who don't know, gives you a short term of the percentage your body likes a certain thing that you eat. Okay. Like your mind is not really your body, for example. So I don't know, but you can possibly eat, I don't know, a bat. Okay, maybe that is even healthier. Like again, this is not the video where I go into the toxic index. Okay, you can Google that yourself, or you can go into it yourself. You don't need to click on Google Pictures, see what it is. You can also read it. It's not just a picture. Okay, so it gives you a percentage. Science, okay, on what your body thinks something is. Okay, and yeah. So maybe a bat doesn't, eat like, for example, healthy stuff from the ocean, right? The body of a bat can... What was the last thing I watched? Wait. Was it the body of... what was it? A certain animal. Was it a cat? Dog? No. Was it a... some animal. Which the body of the animal deals with poison completely different than humans. Okay, basic... wet. Yeah, wet. I was watching a documentary about rats. And how interesting rats actually are, and how they are basically a reflection of humans on this earth. Okay? Guess what, you hypocrites out there? Okay? The rat has a completely different body than you. Okay? If you go to the next trash, okay, bag, guess what? If you eat all that food that people just put, that people just threw in there, and guess what? Okay, your body might, your body is not so cool about those bacteria that you receive from that. Okay, you might think it is cool to eat a hamburger. Okay, this can be anyone. Okay, you have one bite left. You just eat that shit like it's nothing. A rat can do that. You don't, man. You're not a rat. You can't eat that. Okay, so you got a rats out there, man. You people out there, man. Okay, you basically behaving like you are rats, but you are not a rat. Your body doesn't like poison. Okay, you can argue alcohol is a poison, but alcohol doesn't have as much bacteria as you eating a fucking garbage container. Okay, what the fuck, man? What is wrong with that? Okay, no, just say, man, it's not normal that a human being just eats everything. And I'm not even somebody who says, oh, you have to eat plants and you can't eat meat. Why? I know the Bible says you can eat meat and you can eat plants. And to be honest, I like meat. I actually like the taste of meat. I think meat is also a very intelligent thing to eat. Right? Of course not raw meat. but if it's cooked well, yeah, especially grilled. You have also sujuk, I believe it is called. If you smell that, sujuk, okay, grilled, bellissimo. You know, sujuk can smell at least on the same level as some good beef or something on the grill. I'm vegan and I say that, right? But I really don't care what you do, as long as you keep the commandments to be more accurate. And with that, all praises to Yahweh with the faith, Yahweh Bashem Rashai Bashem Kodesh, and everyone's fantastic.